I don't think we should ever leave.
We're only a few months into 2026, and it's already been a wild ride. Big releases are hitting hard, and the year is off to a strong start. Project Hail Mary is dominating IMAX screens and pulling huge numbers, while War Machine is blowing up on Netflix with its gritty 80s-style action. In this video, we're counting down the 10 best movies of 2026 so far. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment. Tell me which ones you've already watched. Let's get started. War Machine. War Machine, directed by Patrick Hughes, just dropped recently and is already making its mark as one of 2026's best. Alan Ritchson is back in full beast mode, and this time, he's taking on something far deadlier than a human enemy. The story starts with a group of elite Army Ranger candidates in the middle of a brutal 24-hour survival test. Things take a turn for the worse when a high-tech alien machine crashes into their training zone. What began as a standard military exercise quickly becomes a terrifying fight for survival against an almost unstoppable alien machine. Alan Ritchson stars as 81, a tough soldier haunted by his past who has to lead the group through the woods to stay alive. The movie feels like a modern tribute to classic 80s action films, especially Predator. It delivers great practical stunts and a very creepy villain. While the dialogue is straightforward, the constant tension and the man versus machine battles keep it exciting. Since it's available on Netflix, it is a perfect pick for anyone who enjoys fast-paced thrillers and sci-fi action. Good luck, have fun, don't die.
I'm not gonna sugar.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is a wild sci-fi dark comedy that feels like a strange fever dream you can't quite shake off. Directed by Gore Verbinski, the story follows a man from the future who travels back in time to a Los Angeles diner. He is on a desperate mission to stop a rogue AI from destroying the world, but there is a catch. He has already tried and failed 116 times. To succeed, he has to recruit a specific group of regular people, including a woman who hates technology and 2 grumpy teachers.
But I truly believe you could be the group that saves the fucking world.
The movie pokes fun at our obsession with smartphones and how much we rely on artificial intelligence today. While it didn't make much money at the box office, critics loved its creative energy and Sam Rockwell's frantic performance. Since it recently arrived on Prime Video this March, it is a great pick for anyone looking for something original and a bit chaotic. Send Help.
Just like I was. Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss.
Sam Raimi's latest movie, Send Help, is a wild survival horror that has the perfect mixture of dark comedy. The story follows Linda, a corporate strategist who is tired of being overlooked by her entitled boss, Bradley. Their lives take a turn for the worse when their private plane crashes near a remote island during a trip to Thailand. Once they are stranded, the power dynamic completely shifts. While Bradley is totally helpless, Linda reveals she is a survival expert who has been waiting for a moment like this. Instead of just trying to get home, she decides to start her villain era by mentally and physically tormenting her boss.
I don't think we should ever leave.
We were really impressed with Rachel McAdams, who delivers a chilling performance that is very different from her usual roles. The film is a huge hit because it mocks how useless corporate hierarchy becomes when you are out in the wild. It is currently topping on Apple TV, making it a must-watch for anyone who enjoys a tense thriller with a wicked sense of humor. Project Hail Mary.
A concern for a little while.
Project Hail Mary is the golden ticket to Oscar for Ryan Gosling, and if you are someone like us who every day regrets not watching Interstellar in theaters, this is the opportunity to lower that grief. Based on the popular book by Andy Weir, the story follows a science teacher named Ryland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling. He wakes up on a spaceship with no memory of how he got there, only to realize he is humanity's last hope. The sun is dying because of a strange space microbe, and it is his job to find a way to stop it before Earth freezes. The best part of the film is the unique friendship Grace forms with a spider-like alien he names Rocky.
You know who you are. You're gonna do great.
I conquered Zero G in 5 hours.
Even though they come from different worlds, they use math and science to communicate and solve problems together. It is a refreshing take on sci-fi because it feels optimistic and funny rather than just dark and scary. With amazing visuals and a heartfelt story, it is easy to see why Project Hail Mary has been such a huge hit at the box office since its release. Don't miss the chance to experience this masterpiece in IMAX theaters near you. Bride.
The dead have got something to say. And I'm saying it.
After Guillermo del Toro's Netflix Frankenstein, we get another take on the classic story with The Bride. The Bride may not please every fan, but its bold, original, and artsy style has already turned it into a cult favorite. Frankenstein's story set in 1930s Chicago. The story follows a lonely monster played by Christian Bale, who convinces a scientist to build him a companion. Together, they bring a dead woman named Ida back to life, turning her into the Bride. Played by Jessie Buckley, the Bride is not a quiet, obedient creature. She is intelligent and full of anger at how she has been used and controlled.
Stop right there!
While she and the monster grow closer, their love story becomes a violent yet surprisingly romantic ride. The Bride tries to be both a scary monster tale and a feminist retelling of The Bride of Frankenstein. It's the kind of movie that people will likely be talking about for years because it refuses to play by the rules. Crime 101.
I like bullet chases.
A carefully planned heist sets the tone for Crime 101, one of the best crime thrillers of 2026 that delivers a refreshing take on the classic heist story. We follow Mike Davis, played by Chris Hemsworth, a professional jewel thief who is incredibly careful and has been pulling off clean heists along Los Angeles' iconic Route 101. His plan is simple: one last big score, a $5.5 million diamond deal at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. Mike follows a very strict set of rules to stay off the radar. He never uses guns and avoids violence, which has kept him successful and free for a long time.
Smart as that guy is, he can't help but form a pattern. I'm getting close. I know it.
However, things get complicated when a smart detective played by Mark Ruffalo starts to notice a pattern in the heists. The film has a fantastic cast that also includes Halle Berry and Barry Keoghan. Critics are already giving it great reviews, especially for how it balances intense chase scenes with a deeper story. It is a perfect choice for anyone who loves a gritty story about a master thief trying to pull off one last big job while the police are closing in. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. 28 years later, The Bone Temple is the fourth installment in the famous zombie franchise and has already solidified its place as one of the best movies of 2026. Directed by Nia DaCosta, it picks up right where the 2025 film left off. It follows a young survivor named Spike, who gets caught up in a terrifying cult led by a villainous man named Jimmy Crystal. At the same time, Dr. Ian Kelson discovers something shocking. Some of the infected people are actually starting to show signs of human intelligence and speech.
And yet even greater changes.
Fans really liked how the movie shifted from simple horror to a deeper story about human evil. Even though it looks amazing and features great acting from stars like Ralph Fiennes and Jack O'Connell, it didn't make a ton of money at the box office because the story is quite dark. Positioned as the second chapter of the planned 28 Years Later trilogy, The Bone Temple delivers a raw look at what humanity becomes when generations grow up in the ruins. GOAT.
But that's what makes us strong. And together, we can do something great.
The 2026 GOAT is a massive hit that sports fans and families are loving right now. With this, Sony Pictures animation project brings a fresh, high-energy style to the big screen. The story takes place in a world full of animals and follows a miniature goat named Will Harris. Will has a huge dream of playing a fast-paced sport called Roarball, even though it is usually played by much bigger animals like rhinos and bears. After a video of his impressive skills goes viral, Will gets a chance to play for a struggling team called the Vineland Thorns.
It's fine.
Hey.
Ready to meet the team?
Hey, Jet, you good?
The movie is a classic underdog story about proving that heart and talent matter more than size. It features a great voice cast, including Caleb McLaughlin and NBA star Stephen Curry. With its hyper-kinetic animation that looks like moving sports cards, the film is visually stunning and full of laughs. The Rip.
Money? $20 million. Where do you want to start?
The Rip is a 2026 action crime thriller that finally brings Matt Damon and Ben Affleck back together on screen. Directed by Joe Carnahan, the film follows a specialized team of police officers who handle major cash and drug seizures. At first, it seems like a normal day on the job, but everything changes when they hit a rundown stash house and find a staggering $20 million in cash. This is where the story really picks up, because the discovery acts like a grenade thrown into the middle of the group.
Do you think I want to jack this Rip?
I don't trust you right now, and that's a fucking problem.
Any ideas?
Who might want
When the team realizes just how much life-changing money is sitting right in front of them, their loyalty begins to rot. The movie focuses on that RIP, the moment they decide to take the money for themselves, and the total chaos that follows. The Rip shows how these lifelong partners turn on each other as greed and fear take over, proving that $20 million can turn even the best friends into total strangers. Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man.
I nearly got fucking everything.
After years of waiting, the iconic Tommy Shelby is finally back on screen, and this time, it's for the big finale. Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man finally wraps up the iconic British crime drama series in style. The movie jumps forward to 1940 during the chaos of World War II, where we find an older Tommy Shelby forced out of hiding when his son, Duke, gets caught up in a dangerous Nazi conspiracy in Birmingham. It is an emotional ride that finally brings the Shelby family saga to a close. Cillian Murphy returns with a powerful performance, showing a tired but still brilliant Tommy. The chemistry between him and Barry Keoghan, who plays Duke, really drives the story forward. The Immortal Man absolutely delivered everything fans had been hoping for, an emotional and action-packed goodbye for one of television's greatest characters. The Plague.
Someone giving you a hard time, Ben.
Hoppers.
I really don't think we need to go all the way to Squish.
The Wrecking Crew. People we meet on vacation.
Alex, I think it's called settling.
You live in a fantasy land, always running away to new places, new connections.
So, that wraps up our list of the 10 absolute best movies of 2026 so far. Did your favorite make the cut, or did we miss a hidden gem? Drop your thoughts below and stay tuned for more.